Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hello, I'm Sara Meeks, and I'm here today to demonstrate an exercise called the side lying leg lift. This is an exercise that strengthens a muscle called the gluteus medius. Now, the gluteus medius is located on the side of your hip, and its action is to bring the leg, I'm going to do this with my other leg, out to the side in what's called AB or abduction. It is the primary stabilizing muscle of the hip, and when you walk, when you put your right leg forward, or if you even put the right leg backwards if you're walking backwards, then this is the muscle that stabilizes the other hip so that you can stand on that leg and move ahead or back or whichever way that you're walking. It is probably the most important stabilizer of your hip, and its main function is hip abduction and stabilization. I know that you will find possibly on the internet other exercises that will tell you that you're strengthening the gluteus medius. So I did a deep dive into the research literature, and I found one study where they looked at about 6 different exercises that were claimed to strengthen this muscle, and the number one exercise for this muscle is the side lying leg lift. I'm going to get on this table and demonstrate. You can also lie on the floor, of course, if you can do that. And if you have a balance problem lying on your side, then you could back up to a wall and have your body against a wall so you could stay stable there. There is a balance issue for lying on your side for some people, so you want to make sure that you're stable when you're on your side and doing this exercise. So I'm going to get on the table, and then I'm going to roll over onto my back and then onto my right side, so I'll be moving the left leg for the exercise. So to get on the table, I think I demonstrated this before for another exercise, but an easy way to get on the table, especially if the table is high here, I just lift one leg up and then I bring the other leg up onto the table and I'm lying on my abdomen. I roll over onto my right side and then I'm going to lie on my back. So I'm turning on my back, and notice I kind of try to roll over rather than go segmentally, so my whole body is moving in the same direction. I check to see if I'm in the middle of the table for starters, especially if I'm going to do other exercises, by just taking my hands out from my hips, and if it seems like it's the same distance, I feel like I'm in the middle of the table. Now, to turn on my right side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to my left side a little more, so that when I lie on my right side, I'm definitely still on the table. So I like to bring my arm up alongside my ear as I roll on my side so that I have a support for my head. Now, you don't have to bring your arm up along the side. You can also have your arm down in front of you if you can't bring your arm all the way. This is a little bit advanced, and it's just the way I like to do it. I've practiced my balance on this position quite a lot, so I can even lie on my side without holding on with the left arm either. There are other positions that I could use. Okay, so now the idea is, for this demonstration, I'm going to do the exercise on my left leg. Now, I want to make sure, as much as I can feel, that I'm in alignment with my body. I don't want my legs out in front of me, because then if I lift my leg, I'll be doing a different muscle than the gluteus medius. So I want to keep my legs in alignment with the core of my body. So what I do is I take a breath in, and as I breathe out, I tighten my abdominals a little bit, and I press the bottom leg into the table between the hip and the knee. I'm not pushing the foot down, I'm pushing the leg down in the thigh. And you will notice that as I do that, just the action of the gluteus medius on the right is actually activating the one on the left also. So to do the side-lying leg lift, I want to be stable, so I tighten my abdominals. Okay, I press the bottom leg down, which initiates the movement on the left, and then I want to keep the side of my foot heading toward the ceiling, so I'm not rotating the leg, I'm abducting the leg. I go as high as I can, I'm still pushing on the right leg and lifting the left. And I'm going to count to about 10 seconds to hold this. I probably have already done 6 or 7 just talking through this. And then I'm going to very slowly bring the left leg down. This brings out an eccentric or lengthening contraction of the gluteus medius, which eccentric contractions of muscles end up as the best strengthening movement for muscle action. So I want to come slowly down. Now, I don't believe in doing a lot of reps, because what happens is, even though the person might not feel fatigue, the muscles tend to fatigue if they're weak. And then the person will start modifying or compensating for the muscles being tired, and then they're not doing the same exercise. So I give myself a little bit of a rest between repetitions. So I'm going to take another breath and do the exercise again. So I press down, feel the lift, and then begin the lift. As I'm breathing out, go as high as I can, keeping in alignment with my body. I'm at 5. And then slowly, I'm still pressing with the right leg. I'm doing a little bit of balancing with my hand, my left hand here, down. Okay, now the thing that you want to avoid, as I mentioned, bringing the side of the foot toward the ceiling. What you will see a lot of people doing, especially as they're starting to get tired, is when they lift the leg, they'll start to rotate it. So they're pointing their toes more toward the ceiling, but they're not getting the gluteus medius in the position of abduction that we want. Sometimes I tell people that when you lift the leg, you want to focus on lifting the heel up a little higher than the toes. I can't really tell if I'm doing that, but that's what I'm trying to do. And that will help keep my leg in better alignment for abduction. And then remember, coming slowly down. So the maximum number of repetitions that I usually do for this exercise is 3. That seems to be plenty for me. I usually count to 10. Sometimes with this leg, depending upon when I'm doing it and so on, how strong I feel, I may count to 20. That's about as high as I've gotten, because it does get really tired and I can feel it, a lot of tension in this area in my body. So now I'm showing this lying on my right side and lifting the left leg, and then when I'm doing my exercises myself, I will turn over on my left side and do the exercise with my right leg. I have osteoarthritis in my right hip, so I'm not able to lift that leg as high as I can lift the left one, but I've been working on this, and I've gained several inches of being able to lift that leg just by practicing, and also understanding that even though I'm now lying on the right side, when I press down with the right leg, that muscle is getting strengthened too to help me stabilize in order to lift the other leg. So that's a demonstration of the side lying leg lift on the table here. Now, if your balance lying on your side is not so good, then you could lie on the floor with your back up against a wall so that you'd have some stability. Or if you're in a therapy session, have the therapist help you maintain your balance as you start to learn how to do this exercise, because you do want to stay on your side. So thank you for watching the demonstration of the side lying leg lift.